Hey, yo, what up, my 1751 family? I'd like to thank you all for tuning in, man, to another 1751 review. And for those of you who have already smashed the subscribe, I'd like to take my hat off to y'all, man. Y'all support is very much appreciated, man. For those of you who have yet to smash that subscribe, go on over and hit that subscribe, man. Don't forget to hit the bell notification while you're at it. Anyway, getting into it, man. Today we're going to be talking about quite interesting story. I don't have all the context on the situation or why this whole event occurred, but here you have a middle-aged, seem to be somewhere around late teens or early 20s, middle-aged black guy, right? I'm not sure whether he committed a crime or whether it was domestic violence, because the police, they made an arrival at the home, at the residence where this guy, was staying. And they used the bullhorn. They used the bullhorn to order him out of the residence. And as you can see here, as he followed commands, he was told to come out with his hands up. That's exactly what he did. He came out with his hands up. And police continued to give orders, and he continued to follow those orders. But at some point, these officers felt that they had the authority, or that they would be justified in committing a heinous act, a heinous act of violence, man. And these situations, they occur more than often. Thank God, he was shot with a beanbag and not a actual bullet. Now, like I said, the guy was ordered out the house. He was ordered to come towards the police. And as he continued to follow commands, for some reason, I have yet to figure out, maybe never will, but for some reason, the officers felt that it was okay to shoot the brother with a beanbag, right? As he was shot with a beanbag, I've never been shot with a beanbag, but I'm quite sure it hurts. It looked like it hurt. But the brother was hit with a beanbag, not once, but 3 times, right? 3 times. And if that wasn't enough, once this brother went to the ground, these officers released the canine. They released the dog, the police dog, which is an officer, as you might not know. Whenever you see an officer on a horse or a canine dog, those animals, they are service animals, and they are considered a law enforcement officer, right? So these officers thought it was okay to release this canine onto this brother as he was on the ground, already suffering, from being hit with beanbags, right? Now, as you can see in the footage, the dog was released on him once. And the dog kind of bit his arm a little bit, and then he returned to the officers. After this brother was shot the 3rd time, and he laid on the ground screaming in agony, the officer then released the dog again.
Ow! Ow! Please stop! Ow! Ow! Oh no! Ow! Ow! Oh no! Ow!
And as you can see in the footage, man, the brother was screaming. He was crying in agony, just wishing and praying that anybody, is around with a cell phone can get the footage, because in the video, before he was shot with the beanbag, he did utter a statement such as to say, you guys have a real good lawsuit on your hands. So obviously this brother already knew that he was being wrong, he was being violated, unlawfully treated, and he knew that this would lead to a law, to a lawsuit. Now, maybe these officers felt that, the color of their skin, being the fact that these were pale skin officers, pig skin officers, and this guy was, a young black guy. And a lot of times when you get these type of situations, whether you know your rights or not, whether, being a middle-aged black guy, whether you know your rights or not, a lot of times it's not, it's not smart to try to exercise your rights. When you're in a certain situation, you have to know how to kind of analyze and assess the situation before you put yourself in, either more danger. Now, this brother here, he obviously knew that what they were doing to him was way out there, and as he's complying, anybody with a stable mind, will look at this and this will leave them in disgust. These type of things happen. Like I said, these type of things happen all over America, man, day in, day out. It's just a lot of these situations, they're not recorded. There are not people around with cell phones. Thank God for cell phones and and body cams. But the thing about the body cam footage is a lot of times, these officers, they alter the footage, right? As you might know from, if you personally watch videos like police videos, sometimes you'll see that they will mute the video and things like that. They will mute the video and fast forward it, and when they're saying racial things, they will try to mute that out. They dedact it, right? And like I said, man, this brother obviously knew his rights to some degree, whereas he knew he was being violated from the time they ordered him out of the residence. And a lot of times, we think because we know our rights, that we're able to play attorney on a scene. And sometimes that's not the best thing, to do. That's not the most safest, way to play the situation. Sometimes you have to let, just comply. And as you can see, this brother was complying. I mean, from what I see, there was nothing else he could do. There was nothing else he could do other than not comply. He complied 100%, and still got a negative outcome. And these are the type of things that happen when you have these racist officers, patrolling black communities, man. They ride on the back of their qualified immunity. And with this pig in office, man, this orange man in office, man, they're just getting more cocky, and they're making all types of unlawful moves, man, and it's nothing different than how they usually handle situations. It doesn't really matter what president is in office, but one thing I will say, with this president in office, everything has gone up. Every crime with this president in office, the criminals are not only citizens. You have police you have a rise in corruption in police departments all throughout America. Because you have this pale face, this orange face demon that he assured these officers that they could do whatever the hell they want. He literally not too long ago gave a press conference where he told the officers, and his whole purpose was to reach out to every officer across the country, that they are now, ordered and justified in doing whatever the hell they want to do to whoever.
Allowed to do anything, but now they are allowed to do whatever the hell they want.
So, there's no surprise. There's no surprise, man, when I see things like this occur. Because this has been going on forever, man. And these type of things are not going to come to a halt until we get someone in office with a backbone. somebody who cares about the American people, and not just a white America, but American people. You know, these things will continue to go on, man. You know, change has to start from the top on down, right? And all the officers that are in these departments who are not indulging in these criminal acts and unlawful altercations with citizens, taxpaying citizens, you know, when you have a good officer, if you are a good officer and you're watching this video, I want to say to you, challenge the department, challenge those negative, those unlawful, dirty officers that you know is dirty. When they put you with a partner and you know your partner is violating people day in and day out, just understand it's just like a relationship. You know, your significant other is a reflection of you yourself. So whatever your fellow officer do, it will reflect upon you. So anyway, man, until next time, it's your boy, Mr. 1751, bringing you another 1751 review. And until next video, yo, if you enjoy watching videos like these, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Help your boy get into the algorithm so that I can continue to bring you more videos just like the one you just watched. Anyway, until next time, y'all stay up.
I'm right here on my property. I'm not concerned. Hey, you guys got the biggest lawsuit in San Diego. Ow! Hey, stop! 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 Please! Stop! Stop! Why are you trying to shoot me? Why are you guys at the house? Ow! Ow! Please stop! Ow! Ow! Oh no! Ow! Ow! Oh no!